I am so excited for today's video because we are going to be talking all about the latest appearance, looks, aesthetic releases for the iPhone 13. The rumors, the confirmed, the not so confirmed. We're going to have some renders, super exciting stuff. So get sat down, smash the like button, and let's get into the video. I want to warm you up first. Let's start off at the screen size. So we are expecting this year's iPhone 13 to share the same screen sizes as the previous three iPhone models from the iPhone 12 saga. That entails a 5.4-inch screen on the iPhone mini, a 6.1-inch screen on the standard model and the Pro model, and a 6.7-inch screen on the Pro Max model. In addition to that, we are also expecting some sort of increase on the refresh rate up to 120 Hz to sort of match what everyone else is doing right now. iPhone is a little bit behind on this. Everyone's been doing 120 Hz, 90 Hz for quite a while now, so it's going to be good to see them catch up and hit that 120 mark. For buttery smooth scrolling. Let's just do it. Are we all ready for this? Are we all sat down? Are we all prepared? We're going to be talking about the camera bump. Controversial, exciting, all of the above. By the way, if you are new here, I would definitely consider smashing the like button, and if you are enjoying the video, I would consider subscribing because I make tech videos here all the time. And I also do iPhone rumors very frequently. I did one last week as well with all the latest updates last week. The camera bump. So what are we expecting this year with iPhone 13? We are expecting 3 high quality cameras paired with a flash and also a fourth sort of camera that might just be for depth, or it could be an infrared camera. We don't know exactly what it is yet. We are expecting some sort of fourth camera or receiver in this device, and this is based on these renders. So as you can see from this render, we have the 3 cameras, we have the flash, but we also have this other circle. What could this be? This render's come from a trusted analyst called Mingqing Lu, and he's the one that also talked about the screens being the same size. Now, the only difference with that camera bump is that on the smaller device, the 13 mini or the 12S mini, if that's what they go with, we are expecting only 2 cameras. Given trends that we've seen in other phones, it's very likely that this could be a standard shooter and a wide angle, but again, they could do a standard shooter and a telephoto. We just don't know at this point. A famous leaker that goes by the name of Max Wienberg has released a rumor that the iPhone 13 is going to be coming with an always-on display. This is something that we've already seen in the Apple Watch, so it wouldn't be something that would be so outrageously futuristic for Apple to release, but it would be interesting. So the idea with an always-on display is that there's a portion of it that just produces some essential information, for example, the time or notifications, and regardless of whether the screen is turned on or off, you'll always be able to see those little bits and pieces and see what's happening. So super low power consumption, but it is more expensive to manufacture in the first place. So it's the kind of feature that we do all want, but it's the kind of feature that we have to hope for, very much like ultra fast charging. One of the other rumors about the appearance, which isn't really appearance but more of a feel, is that it could have touch sensitive edges. This is something that other devices have done for a long time. The Google Pixel had a squeeze function. There's been other Samsung devices that had like touch sensitive edges. But this could be something new for Apple, where you could actually control the phone from the side of the screen. Now, this is just a rumor. Apple filed a patent for something in 2020 about this. So it could be something coming in the future. It could just be something that they want to just patent so no one else can do it. We really have to wait and see what happens with this. But that would just potentially give us some extra functionality. I personally have my phone in a case, so I wouldn't be able to use that, but maybe some people that are risky enough to not use the case, it will be fine for them. But you're gonna have to tell me in the comment section down below. Then, okay, we're gonna do it. Are we all ready? Controversial topic, okay? We all sat down, seatbelts on, titties strapped in. Man titties, normal titties, it's all okay. We're gonna be talking about the notch, okay? A lot of phones have been done with the notch for a long time now, but the iPhone 13 is said to have a reduced notch size. Now, this is very in tune with Apple sort of making very small minor tweaks on their phones, but we all remember how big the original notch was. We are expecting the notch to potentially get a little bit wider, but a little bit narrower. So that's definitely improvement. We'll get more screen real estate, we'll have more usable space, and it kind of matches what a lot of other manufacturers are doing right now. Mako Tara's sources have also said that the true depth receiver that's used for Face ID is going to be moved onto the side of the phone to free up some space at the top. So that again will be super interesting if that does happen. Now, given that COVID is here and people are wearing masks all the time, Face ID is not such a good idea, at least not as good as it used to be. It still works, but we're using a lot less face to make those calculations on whether it's you or not. So a lot of people have been thinking that they might be including an under-screen fingerprint scanner. So iPhone hasn't had this feature yet. iPhone pretty much brought the fingerprint scanner to the phone market in mainstream media, but then they took it away again, which was a shame because so many people do prefer to use fingerprint scanners. But under-screen fingerprint scanners are so cool. They don't take up any real estate on the actual phone itself. It's really convenient to reach it. My current daily driver does have an under-screen fingerprint scanner, so you can see this little circle. If I double tap the screen and go over it, It opens very quickly and it's hidden, you can't see it. So this one actually works by using a camera underneath the screen, but Samsung use a much more secure technology that uses an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. So we imagine that iPhone being iPhone and having security as a priority would most likely be using an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner under the screen as well. It can be ever so slower than just using the optical features, but for the added security, definitely worth it. Now I think this is going to be our last rumor for today because we're all need to catch our breath. There's been a lot happening. There's been talk of the iPhone getting rid of the lightning cable. Now we've all been expecting this. I don't think any of us feel inconvenienced by the fact that we can still plug our phones in, even if we have to use adapters to listen to music whilst charging at the same time if we're using headphones. But there's been talk that they're going to be removing the lightning cable and switching over to this sort of magnetic cable, which you've actually been able to buy like fake versions of for a long time. But you would just use a magnetic cable to connect to the phone. It would most likely increase the waterproofing rating of the phone, or at least how waterproof it is. It might not increase the actual rating. It will give it a cleaner design and it would also make it more hygienic. It would also lead to less dust buildup. Not that most of us have any problem with those things anyway, with a port. Now this, of course, the image I've shown you on the screen is just an example of the render of what it could look like. Now, if this is not used for charging, we could be relying only on wireless charging. And if this is the case, Apple would need to make a really huge jump with their wireless charging technology, because other phones are doing 35-watt wireless charging now, and I'm pretty sure iPhone's plugged in fast charge is not quite there yet. So definitely if they were to go to wireless charging only, we would be expecting a huge upgrade in the wireless charging technology so people can have their phones charged up faster and just have a more convenient experience. I mean, just to give you an idea, some of these fast chargers today with 65-watt fast chargers can give you 50% charge in 10 minutes and a full battery in like 27 minutes. And this is like a 4,200 milliamp battery. That's the next generation of phones coming out outside of Apple. So that's what they're competing against now. There's some fast wireless charging and some fast plugged-in charging. So the competition is fierce. Now, the EU has been on a warpath for a while about charging standards, and the EU has been wanting to introduce a standardized way to charge mobile phones just for everyone's convenience and for various other things. So this would be a huge leap forward in so many people's mind, and this would make USB Type-C the standard for mobile phone charging, which is very similar to Lightning, but it's rotatable, it's clean, it's simple. But the difference is USB Type-C is present on so many devices, whereas Lightning is very specific to Apple. So if this did happen, iPhone would be obliged, if they want to sell into the EU market, which is a decent sized market with some coin, and they would have to switch over to using the USB Type-C, which, to be honest, I think would be a really good thing, because then people aren't going to have to pay as much for Lightning cables. There are some super high quality USB Type-C cables out there, the red ones with the white tips. And my USB Type-C cables that I use are actually a billion times stronger than any of the iPhone charging cables I've used in the past. So that would be a welcomed upgrade. Anyway, that is everything for today's video. We've gone over the aesthetics, the appearance, the charging. I hope you've been enjoying the rumors. If you've enjoyed today's rumors video, be sure to consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you can see more videos, because I post rumors here for all different phone brands and technology all the time. I am John, this has been Kucki, and I will see you in the next video.